Hello friends, hello again from India, Rishikesh Yoga Teacher Training. I'm Amanda if you're new here, and welcome to my room. It's currently 6 in the morning right now, and I'm just gonna take you guys through a normal day, a schedule that we go through. Our schedules here are very regimented. I think that it's like very routine, which I really enjoy. It really helps us to get through the day, and especially for for the first yoga teacher training, the 200-hour course, I think it's really important to have a structure and know exactly what you're doing. But I'm just gonna take you along with me. I just woke up and had some water. I got suckered into buying a bindi kit last night when I was walking around the city during our free day on Sunday, and so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna make the most of it, and so I decided to just use it this morning. So it's a little star with a purple little dot in there, and this is my normal yoga attire, just like a tank top and shorts, and we're ready to go. I think I'm late actually for a neti pot cleansing. So this is what we do every morning. Fill it with saline water and rinse our nose, or our sinuses, and we also we're super creepy. We also take eye wash things and wash our eyes. Some of you in my last What I Eat in a Day video had concern that we do it every day, it could be risky, and yes, we do it every day, although I wouldn't recommend doing it every day if your sinuses are a-okay, but for now I'm just doing it because it's part of the process of learning about yogic cleaning and the experience of it all. But you know, take what you want and take it with a grain of salt. So now I'm walking down and we're gonna do a little cleansing. We just finished our little morning cleansing session, and now we are going to get into our vinyasa flow, which we have for about an hour and a half. And this week is actually really fun, as the last week here, all of the students prepare a class that they teach to the entire class. So my friends and I decided to go first, so we're gonna do our class flow first, which we worked on all day yesterday, which should be really fun. And it includes, you know, everything like the standing sequence, balancing sequence, forward fold, seated sequence, inversions, and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm excited, and let's do it. Also, I'm not an expert, so I did write all the notes and the sequence down on my phone, which I'm going to be reading off during my turn. So I don't feel prepared, and don't feel like if you go through yoga teacher training then you have to be prepared 100% or perfect, and that everybody's expecting the best from you. So, you know, just do what you can with what you can and move on. Just finished teaching our class, and it was so fun, so exhilarating. I didn't know how much in my element I thought I would be teaching it, so it just makes me excited for what I have stored in the future for doing yoga stuff and just teaching more and learning more in general. But anyway, it was really nice. I brought my bindi kit down and gave some other people who wanted some nice decorations. And then now it's time for breakfast. I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that we have mangoes, because it's the best, but if not, then whatever. Usually we have oatmeal, like I told you guys in my last What I Eat in a Day video, and I bought this mix. It's like a seeds and berries mix from the organic store. I bought it a couple days ago, and it is more than empty. And the craziest thing is that I actually added in more hemp seeds and chia seeds, and it's more than halfway full empty. So this is what I put on my oats to add a little bit of nice texture and add some more flavor, but let's go get some breakfast. breakfast, and thank the Lord there was mangoes. I'm so excited. I went to the kitchen and I was like, can you guys just have mangoes every day, because I love the mangoes. They looked not ripe because I know you guys are used to the orange mangoes, but they're green, but still super ripe. Like the mangoes in India are insane. We don't have to get into detail with that, just know that I'm obsessed with mangoes. So anyway, right now it is about 8:30 and our next class is at 9:30. So we have this hour to talk to people, talk to each other, call family members, study. Other people are working on their flows, read, take a nap, relax, watch YouTube, I guess, or walk around, or just enjoy the 1 hour break that we have before we go into our anatomy class. And then in anatomy class from 9:30 to 10:30, we just learn about the body, the skeletal system, the muscles, and basically just how it applies to yoga, because there's some poses that some people can't do, and it's important to know that it's either because of a limitation of a muscle flexibility or for like a limitation in joint structure or bone structure. Like for example, some people, like for me, I can only raise my arms up to here before I have to take my, like the ball of my humerus out of my socket to make it higher. And for some people, they can go a lot higher. Some people can turn their neck, like some people can bend their neck a lot more forward because of their vertebrae, and because of that, it's easier for them to get into shoulder stand. So as a teacher, it's important to know those kind of things so that when you see a student struggling, you keep in mind maybe their skeletal structure is just what's holding them back, and not just them not putting enough strength or flexibility into it. One thing that I absolutely love about yoga is that it is doable for everybody, and it's always a journey. And sometimes, like, it's good to know that you can do poses but you're just not flexible, because flexibility always comes with time. It's good to know that you can do a pose but you're just not strong enough, because strength will always come in time. And it's good to know that your bone structure doesn't work the way someone else's bone structure does. That way you don't beat yourself up for not being able to do a pose, and it's just like, this is just how my body is, and that's okay. I don't have to be like, well, I have to keep pushing myself because something's wrong. I can just say, you know what, this is how my body is, and I'm gonna find a way to work around that. And so there's so many different things and different approaches you can take to doing yoga and to deepening your practice and strengthening yourself, because we're all different and it works for everyone, no matter what body type or muscle structure, bone structure you have. Okay, so we just finished our yoga anatomy class, and now there's a little break before we go into our yoga meditation. No, before we go into our yoga philosophy class, which basically goes over the philosophy of yoga, as if that's not the title. But the teacher there talks about different types of yoga, the different teachings of yoga, and it's actually quite beautiful that yoga is much, much more than asanas, which is the postures. Yoga includes like your mindset, meditating. The word yoga means union. It's a union of your mind and your body, your spirit, your soul. And so in that class, we just go over into the depths of it. I know it seems like a very simple topic at first, but trust me, there's so much that goes on to it. And we learn about the philosophies and the teachings of different types of yoga practices, like Ashtanga Yoga, Hatha Yoga. We learn about the chakras. That's about an hour, and then we have a little break and we go into lunch. Alright, so we just finished lunch, and now we have about a 2-hour break before our next class, which is a body alignment class. This body alignment class is very specific to Ashtanga Yoga, where the teacher instructs us and shows us the proper alignment for each Ashtanga pose in the series, well, just the primary series. And then after that, we have the actual Ashtanga flow. So in the first hour, we learn about the proper position, where to put your shoulders, your hips, your legs, how and why to modify, what could work for you, what couldn't, how you could potentially injure yourself. And then after that, again, like I said, we go into the actual flow. but there is a 2-hour gap, which is a lot of time to get work done. So people like to either read or go to the cafe. I personally like going to the cafe, but right now I have to run some errands, gotta drop off some postcards, exchange some money, and so I'm gonna go out into the city. So I'm not gonna take you guys with me, I'll just see you in class. But other than that, other people like take naps or journal, work on their projects, or work on their vinyasa flows. Just rest and relax and let the food digest for, you know, the 2 hours before the class and 3 hours before actual practice. That really helps to be comfortable when we're gonna be moving intensely. But this is what I normally bring to my alignment class, is a yoga mat. And then they provided this book for us when we first got here, and it just has basically all the poses and the proper alignments. And while we go through the class, I just write notes right here. And then of course I brought with me a pen.
You're almost there, huh? Come up. Okay, and try to bring your, try to find the balance.
So we just finished body alignment, and now we have a 5-minute break, and then we're gonna go into the actual Ashtanga practice. So everybody's getting ready, reviewing some poses, and we're gonna get going. We're gonna do this thing. So there's been a little change of plans. Instead of Ashtanga, we're doing a surprise Hatha class. Hatha class. So we just finished up the class, and it is now 5:24. We have a little bit of time before our meditation and chanting class, which is at 6 o'clock. And so I'm gonna use this time to drink some of my little blessed protein shake. If you guys watched my last What I Eat in a Day video, then you'll see that I have this almost every single day just to up my protein and hold me over until dinner, because I get hungry at around this time. But we have like an hour and a half before dinner, which is at 7 p.m. So I'm gonna drink this and probably like watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, because I had this really big craving to just keep watching it again, or rewatch it, even though I've already watched the series like 3 times. Anyway, during meditation and chanting, we learn about the different ways to meditate, as well as different mantras. And so there's a lot of different variation that we do with this class. So we do a lot, obviously, of meditation. We try different things like Yoga Nidra, the 61 points, singing meditation, Osho meditation. We just explore different types of ways that we can meditate and the way that we can incorporate meditation into our lives, because again, yoga is much more than just posture and vinyasa and flow in your body. It's about the inside, and meditation definitely goes along with being mindful and bringing a union, because yoga again means union, bringing that union between your body, your mind, and your soul, spirit, and everything. So I'm gonna drink up this blessed protein shake, which is basically just the chalk coconut, which is my favorite flavor, and it's the one that I happen to bring with me. I think the protein content in it really helps, because the food here isn't very protein rich, and I'm not saying you need protein to grow, but like me and my particular body, I definitely need more plant-based protein than somebody who's just following like a regular high starch, low fat, or just whole foods plant-based diet. I mean, I'm not gonna assume for everybody that, but I know just personally for myself, I need a little bit more plant-based protein. I'm having this, and there's some chia seeds in there. I don't know if you can see like the bottom. I put chia seeds in there to soak up some water, add a nice texture, add some fiber, protein. I also really like this protein. It's the only one, the first one, that hasn't made me like bloat or really gassy. It digests really easily, and it shakes very smooth. Like I don't even have anything in here. Like it's not a real shaker bottle, it's just a regular water bottle, but it all does a trick.
Hey, how is that cheering me up?
Cheered me up. Ow.
Wow, okay, so we just finished our meditation, and this time it was so different because we did a dynamic meditation. It's called Osho meditation style, and we just like danced and we screamed and we jumped and we yelled and cried and laughed, and it was honestly just so renewing and refreshing. I felt like I was throwing out so many emotions and feelings and thoughts and just getting back so much energy and stillness and like love back within me, and I just feel so good. Meditation right before dinner is so nice because it's like perfect time to unwind, relax, have a good last nourishing meal of the day. So now we're gonna have dinner. It's about 7:20 right now. We normally have dinner from 7 to 8 p.m. and then after that just talk to people, relax, wind down, and lights out at 10 p.m. But we're not there yet, so let's go have some dinner first, and then we could say goodnight. Okay, so I'm now back from India. It has been pretty much a week since I filmed it. I never filmed an outro, so basically after dinner we just chilled and I talked with my friends and we just went to sleep afterward. I tried to go to sleep by 9:30/10 p.m. just because I'll wake up again so early in the morning and then the whole day starts all over again, and that's pretty much the whole daily schedule. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching it and that it was informational enough for you to know, like what we do in yoga teacher training school, especially at the Rishikesh Vinyasa yoga school in India. It was an amazing experience, and obviously I have so much more that I need to say in a different video about that and obviously answer a lot more questions. But if you want to know more about the programs or more about the schools in general, please check out the links in the description below. And I also want to take this time to tell you guys about Mantra Yoga Meditation School, which is basically everything Rishikesh Vinyasa Yoga School is, but you also add on meditation training, and it's such a good deal. Like honestly, if I had known about it before I booked Rishikesh Vinyasa Yoga School, I would have done it because it's the same place, it's the same teachers, it's the same people, it's like the same almost everything, except you get to learn more about meditation. At the end of the whole thing, you have your 200 hours registered yoga teacher certificate, as well as your certificate in teaching meditation, and that is also certified by Yoga Alliance, so please check that out. And if you want to go to yoga school in India but not necessarily Rishikesh, there are also schools in Goa and in Dharamsala which are also by the same company, so you definitely have choices about like where to go. If your friends want to go to Goa, Dharamsala, you want to go over there and just check out a different place. Just options, lots of options. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you learned something from it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure you are subscribed and you have those notifications on so you know when I post a video next. I hope you are having a wonderful morning, noon, day, or night wherever you are, and I will see you next time. Bye.